Hello. Welcome back to another vlog. We are, I think it's 8 weeks now. Oh my god, the jawline on it. Yeah, I think it's 8 weeks now. I don't have my diary in front of me, so don't quote me on it, but yeah. Check-in updates. Carbs have gone down again, so I only have carbs pre and post, and then in my 2 evening meals on my rest days. However, they've gone down even more, so I have like 50 grams of rice pre-meal, 60 grams of cornflakes post, and then my sweet potato's gone down to I think 150 on rest days, and my cream of rice has gone down to, I think it was 50. Pretty sure it was 50 before, so it must be 40 it's gone down to. So yeah, little changes. I did have a bit of a wobble obviously in the last vlog, which you would have seen, but change in mindset. I'm back home now, which makes me feel a lot more comfortable. Just on prep, every time I go out for longer than like a day, I get really out of sorts just because it's out of routine. But now I'm home, feeling good. Bit of retail therapy sorted me right out, and yeah, it's all Gucci. Everything is going good. And also my face, I feel like by the day it's just getting leaner and leaner. I feel like I've just got so much spare skin. And my legs. I've got my check-in tomorrow, so I'll film what I do for my check-in so that you see. But basically it's just posing and then taking photos. But yeah, my legs are definitely starting to get leaner. And my face is what I've noticed recently. My waist and stuff, that came in early on, but not early on, but like those were the first things that were starting to change, and then now my legs are starting to come in last, so I'm excited about that. Oh, it's getting scary now. Cheeky little Amazon delivery. I've been going mad on Amazon recently, absolutely mad. Gloves. Hoping these ones aren't ridiculously loose, because the last ones I had, they'd literally fall off my hands. And then boxes. I've got loads more coming this week, but this is all you're getting for now. Boxes and gloves. Hello. So, check-in photos done. I do photos, just because the quality's better. I started doing videos and then screenshotting, but I just found that the quality was worse. So I do my poses as photos. I do a video for myself, but yeah, I don't upload a video. God, I can't stop yawning. Jesus. I am just about to send my voice note as well, so I basically just say how I've been. So yeah. Right, check-in done. I feel like I always ramble, but I like to give as much information as possible. But yeah, check-in done. It's cardio time, baby. Morning again. In buying time. I'm just making my cream of rice so that when I go to the gym and I come back, all I need to do is shower for work and eat. I don't know why, but I think because I'm tired after, I'm not even tired, I'm quite energetic, but like my mind is tired after cardio. The thought of having to like do lots of stuff quickly throws me off. So I like when I get back from cardio and the only thing that I have to do is get myself ready for work. Makes it easier rather than like faffing and like trying to work out timings and stuff. So yes, Yimbine, coffee. I've got 4 now because we're on 10 milligrams. I also don't have any eggs, which is why I'm having my cream of rice this morning. Normally I'd have my eggs in the morning and then cream of rice later, but I do not have any eggs, so I need to get those at work, and then I'll have my chicken and veg and my mince and veg while I'm at work. But this is going to satisfy my sweet craving, right? Like early morning it will satisfy it, so that's good. And then what happens after that? Oh, I've got potatoes and tuna. The potatoes has been put down to 150, but obviously it's check-in day, so anything can change, which is also why I'm happy I'm getting my cream of rice in early, just in case there's any changes to that. But yeah, so gonna go and do my cardio and I'll see you in a bit. I just emptied a whole pink Himalayan salt all over my meal. I was making eggs and I was being a bit greedy. I already grated loads of salt into it, but I just wanted a bit more. And this is why, this is the lesson: when you've had enough, have enough. Don't be greedy like me. I managed to clear it all off, but now they're looking very upset in themselves. They were really pretty, like round omelettes, and then now they're folded in half because I literally had to shake them to get the rock salt. But as you can probably see on the corners here, there's still some, but this was literally solid, covered. It's all in the bin. It went all over the floor, it went all over the counter, and I kid you not, it was literally a whole one of the salt. And now I've got like massive granules everywhere. Mum's gone for the Kenko. Jules. My mum is addicted to black coffee. I've got her on it and she's addicted, like I say. Can't get her off the stuff. She woke up at 6:30 this morning when I woke up as well, and she was making a black coffee and I was like, oh Jules, don't start early. But it's this bad boy, bulk caramel. It's 0 calorie and 0 sugar syrup, and we have a teaspoon and it absolutely bangs, let me tell you that. Hello. So yeah, the summary of that: Jules is addicted to coffee, so am I. It's the one thing that makes me feel better. I said to her, I was like, why do you think I'm so chirpy all the time? I was like, it's because I'm drinking coffee. I was like, trust me, without this bad boy, I would be miserable. Also, just thought I'd show you this, because it was a new addition to the freezer lot. I had some leftover. I don't know if I showed you, I might have showed you this in the vlog, but if you don't watch them regularly, then you won't know. But I had some leftover cookie pie mix, so I made a baby cookie pie. It's Biscoff. So like that is solid filling of Biscoff. Honestly, guys, I don't even care at this point. Don't even tell me not to have a stash, because my stash is award-winning, trust me. But yeah, right. Meal going in, looking beautiful as ever. And then we're off to do cardio. Morning. I have my coffee. I got this from B&M, it was £3. Supplements done. Yeah, that is that. We've got 12 minutes until the gym opens. I don't know if my mum's going with me this morning, so I'm going to text her and see if she's ready, because I want to be there for 6:30, because I'm like raring to go. Plus I've taken my yin by now, so I need to get there. I'm starting a new book today, It's called Rebel Ideas. It's about the power of thinking. I got given it by my old work as like a group read for everyone, and then I didn't read it. But yeah, I finished the Happy Sexy Millionaire, so we're now on to this. If you're new here, I read when I do my cardio, which is treadmill, and this is going to be, I've done Atomic Habits, I've done The Soul Art of Not Giving a Fuck, I've done Happy Sexy Millionaire, I started on Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, and Working Hard, Hardly Working, and both of them I couldn't get into. They don't motivate me anymore. I bought them obviously a couple of years ago, read half of them, and I couldn't get back into them just because I don't necessarily relate as much. And that's one thing that I've noticed when I'm reading. I can't just read anything. So yeah, Rebel Ideas looks really good. It's got a lot of references to like big tragedies, apparently. Not lots, but it references like 9/11, and then it references your thought process and stuff like that. I'm not quite sure how they relate, but apparently it's a very, very good book. So yes, that is what I'm starting this morning. And I've been talking for way too long, so I'll see you in a bit. Work complete. I am just about to go and train push and do my 20 minutes cardio. I'm also going to walk to the gym because I need the steps. I went to my reflexology, absolutely love it. If you don't know what it is, Google it, but basically they massage your feet and there's like pressure points in your feet, and every single time I go, I always go to sleep, and then like I wake up and like it's done. Obviously you feel it and like you're not properly sleeping, but yeah, it's like a meditative state. But today, because I think it must be because of the Yimbine, because this week I'm wired, I've got so much energy, and like today I've had 2 coffees. Normally I'd have like 4 or 5, and I'm like buzzing still. And she said, she was like, when I walked in, she was like, you're really like buzzing today. And then obviously I just carried on talking for the whole hour-and-a-half session, and like we were just chatting about like gym, and like she loves hearing about all the competing and stuff. And she was like, God, you didn't sleep at all during that session, whereas normally I'm like fast asleep, probably because I'm like, normally I'd have underslept, so I'd be like catching up on my sleep. But yeah, so that went well. 63.6 today. Jesus Christ. Oh, yesterday I was 64.2, so 0.6 of a kg down today. All done. I trained my mum, and then we did half an hour of cardio because it's a leg day and you do half an hour. I've got legs pull later. Oh, one of them actually dropped off some toppers. So one of them is a Barbie theme cake, which I need to make the toppers for, which I might do tonight, just so they're done in advance. And then one of them is a Marvel theme cake, so she dropped off these, so they're a big pack. And then I need to buy some popcorn. That reminds me, I need to buy some popcorn because it's got some popcorn on the cake, and I'm gonna need to buy the ingredients, so I'm gonna do that at lunch. It's currently 10 to 8, so I'm gonna eat my meal, take Cleo out so that I don't have to do it at lunch, and then yeah, I also need to go to the sunbed today. Need to do that. Even if I drive there, I need to go, because I'm getting awfully pale. I literally look like an egg. I need to get some more of these because they are very good for cardio. Like, they just snatch the hair back, which we stand. But yeah, feeling very good today. My feet are killing me, I tell ya. Like, they are on fire, so thank God I don't have to do cardio again today. And my legs are still feeling like a bit inflamed, like swollen. So I'll update Ella as to that in my check-in, but it's not a problem. Still getting it done. Oh boy, am I irritable today. This is the first day, I'd probably say so far, out of prep where I've just felt extremely irritable. I was actually really happy earlier, so happy, and then literally the smallest thing has just flipped me, but I'm not going to let it irritate me as much as it has. Not gonna let it drag on. I've been buying this chicken just because I'm finding that when I buy normal chicken, one, I have to cook it, which is hassle because I'm just lazy at this point of prep, and I want ease, and also I have to cut a lot of it off, whereas this is 240 grams. I have 105, which equals 120 raw, or it did when I was doing it with normal like packet chicken. So yeah, I buy this and then that does 2 portions and then there's a bit extra, but this is roughly the same price. By the time you've cut off all the excess and actually cooked it and stuff, I'd rather just buy this and then it's easier to meal prep. So got that. Mince, which I obviously do have to cook. Plum tomatoes, the absolute goat for your omelettes. Eggs for your omelettes. Right, that is everything I got. I'm going to have a biscuit tea, the Jaffa cake one, and I'm going to bake these cake layers, and then while they're in the oven, I'm going to jump in the shower. Morning. Skipped the first part of my day today, unfortunately, gang. Please ignore my washing. Alexa off. I had to, my parents have gone on holiday. Again, the kids can't stay at home, honestly. Like, they were away most of June. They're away for like 10 days, and then they're away again in August. And then because of my shows, my mum's not going away in September because she doesn't want to miss them, surprisingly enough. So, anyway, dropped them off this morning and then I went straight to the gym for 8 o'clock, did my cardio. Ooh, I did turn off my workout on my watch. Right, we're just having eggs, and then I've got measured out tomato sauce. That is half my eggs. I have to make them in like 2 bits because I got a smaller pan. However, this, ignored the shit everywhere because it spits, but this is the Mrs. Hinch, where it's like the same as the Mrs. Hinch, and I got it on Amazon, and it's non-stick. Kid you not, it's amazing, absolutely amazing. This thing just cooks your omelettes just right. So 2 eggs, 200 ml of egg whites because it's a rest day, and then we have veggies. I've got my cup of tea as well because it's the morning. I've taken all my tablets and everything. No changes today with the check-in. Weight is going down at a good rate. I'm not too fatigued. My legs are starting to hurt, and like mentally it's starting to become challenging, but obviously that is part of the process. This is the part where it gets mentally hard, because I feel like before this, before you're sort of tired, you're still maybe doing as much, but because you're not as tired, you just go and get it done. Whereas now when you're starting to feel tired, that's the time when you're like, oh, I really don't want to go and do, like, it's very rare that I don't want to go and actually do stuff, but it's more just when I'm actually doing it, I'm like, this is a struggle. But like I say, it's part of the process. This is the character building part. I cannot believe how bad it's raining. Let me turn you around. Can you? Yeah, that is horrid. Guess I won't be going and doing some steps. I might have to head to the gym later after all, but just to do steps. What was I saying? Yeah, this is the hard bit. But we are 7 weeks out tomorrow. So like I say, no changes. We're aiming to get around the 60 kg mark before anything major happens. So I was 30, I keep doing that. I said that to my mum. I was like, I was 36 and obviously I'm not 36. 63.4 kg this morning, so gone down just over a kg this week, and that's kind of how it's going every week. So yeah, we want to get that other 3 kg off so that we're in the 60 mark, and then Ella's gonna look at like high days and refeeds and things like that if we need them. But yeah, basically just running me completely flat. My top line, she said it and I knew it as well, like my shoulders are so flat. Like sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, do I even train? Like, do I even train? Probably not. But when I'm in the gym and during the session and I've taken a pump, I still manage to get a little bit of a pump, not very much, but a little bit. So then that kind of reassures me that there is something there, but it just doesn't look like it because I'm very, very flat. But yeah, anyway, gonna eat my food and then we'll be off to posing later. Definitely not going out for steps, are we? Steps in torrential rain, anyone? Right, we're off. Kini on. I thought it wouldn't make it because some of the stitching, it got pulled like a couple of weeks ago, and then now every time I wear it, like something feels like it's gonna go, but luckily we obviously get a different one for stage, so that's fine. Just trying to find a hoodie. There we go, banging stuff. Right, we're off. The doggos are home alone and I'll be back later. Posing session about to go down. Posing session done. Very, very good session. Like that just cleared up a lot of things for me. Obviously I only had half my routine, so now that we've got the rest of it, it means that I can practice it in full, which makes it a lot easier, because obviously you can work on all the timings and everything all together, whereas before I was getting like 45 seconds in and then I'd have to like stop because I didn't know what part it was. I'm just eating my mince and rice. Wait for those people to walk past. So yeah, and also she just checked over my UK DFBA and my PCA. I have only recently started implementing like the stage style where like you hold the poses and stuff, so just getting used to that. And basically with the posing, it's just rinse and repeat. Like she's happy with where I look physically, but the posing is obviously how often I'm posing. Now that I have a space where I can do it at home, it means that if the gym is taken, I mean I'm just not going to do it at the gym now because it's hassle, but now I've got a space at home, I've got no excuse. So my new routine is that when Cleo wakes me up for food at 5 AM, rather than going back to bed until 6, I'm just going to get up at 5. So I'm going to start going to bed a little bit earlier so that I can do that, and then it means I can pose in the morning before cardio. So yeah, just getting the routine of doing that so that I'm doing it every day. But yes, we are going to eat and then I'm going home. I've got a raspberry Pepsi Max as well, which I'm very excited for. And then when I get home, I've got sweet potato and tuna, and I have cream of rice, which I cannot wait for. So excited. 2 carb meals. Haven't had any carbs today, so, or like, you have like your trace carbs, you know, and like veg and stuff, but I haven't had like potatoes or rice or anything, so very excited. Also, just to put it out there, raspberry Pepsi Max is, I would say, maybe second behind mango, so go and get yourself one if you haven't already. Cake all finished. What a lovely view. Look at that head. Bedhead. Morning. Again. the aftermath of baking. That was my washing up to do when I get back from the gym. Cardio done. I actually loved that. I think it's because I'm really enjoying the book I'm reading, so that makes me literally love. I just had a good morning. Just a good morning, kids. So obviously I got up at 6, fed all the dogs, and then I just like had a coffee and stayed in bed. Then I did some posing. I did some run throughs of my routine, and I used, basically me and Ella filmed 2 videos, one where I was just trying to do it to the music, and then one where she was giving me cues to sections of the music which I should be holding positions on, or that's when I should be hitting certain moves. So I was listening to that, and I'm gradually, like, the more time I went through it, maybe like 10-15 times, just as like a little refresher, because obviously I find personally sometimes if I've done a posing session the day before, my head is fried the next day. So I have to like, so yesterday I didn't touch it at all after I had my lesson, because my head's just fried. I can't actually like process it. I have to like sleep on it. So then I slept on it, and I keep having these weird daydreams where like I'm sat down and I'm just imagining myself doing it. So then this morning I was like, right, I want to run through it. So then I ran through it, and yeah, it was getting better. But we got 9 weeks to perfect it, because that's the PCA show, whereas 7 weeks is the UK DFBA show. So I'm not worried about that at all. I've now got a space where I can practice it every day, so loving life. I went to get cling film after the gym, and I also got some chocolate. I already have some, but it's like almost done, so I thought I'll get another bar. I need to wash up all this stuff, and my lady is coming to collect this cake at 10. But yeah, very, very good cardio session. Literally felt like 5 minutes and it was 40. And also another thing, my heart rate is really playing ball at the minute. So since we upped my Yihimbine to 10, before it would like drop to 130, and it was really annoying me, because although my aim is 120 to 150, I'm competitive with myself. I like to hit 150, because like if you're gonna burn as much as possible, you might as well, rather than like slacking. But at the moment on the 10 milligrams, it is sat at 150 to 160, and I'm sweating like no tomorrow. I was going to say something rude, but I can't say that for the young viewers. But yeah, so it's really hitting the spot, so we love that. But yeah, I'm gonna have another coffee. I think that's like my 3rd one of the day already. Oh no, it is my 2nd. I'm being good. No, I'm gonna have my tea. I can have my tea with milk now that I've done cardio. Right, we're gonna have protein powder, berries, dark chocolate, because I'm training later, so I'll have my cornflakes after my session. So then I'm bringing this meal forward. You know the drill. So yes, just while I weigh this out, for anyone wondering, if you don't follow me on Instagram, what the hell are you doing? The baker that lifts. This is the current read. It's called Rebel Ideas. It references lots of tragedies, but in a very insightful way, and it's basically about how diversity can affect different environments. It references 9/11, and how diversity in the CIA, stuff like that, could have potentially given them more insight into that event. It talks about the tragedy of Everest, the one that they made a film on. I can't remember the year, but it's where 8 of 9 people died, and again it was like lack of communication between the group, and like people not wanting to speak up to the alpha of the group. It also mentions how it's really common. There was another tragedy, again can't remember it, too much of my brain is not working right now, but it references a plane that crashed, and it was because the co-pilot didn't want to speak up to the pilot. So it talks about alpha and like how we unconsciously don't talk up to leaders even if it's like potentially detrimental. So like in this situation, the fuel was running out and the pilot was dealing with another issue, and the co-pilot didn't want to speak up and say we're running out of fuel because that would have undermined them. So then they didn't, and then the plane crashed and it killed, I think it was 21 people, including the engineer or like co-pilot that didn't talk up. So yeah, it's very, very, very good. Yeah, it just gives you an insight into like working life, and also like, yeah, just being around people that don't necessarily think the same as you and how that can be positive. Yeah, I'm really loving the self-help books recently. It's really, I think it's obviously because you're on prep, you are obviously improving yourself anyway, but it also just, yeah, keeps your mind in check, I feel. So 30 grams of popcorn, obviously. Then I'm gonna have 10 grams of chocolate, 1 square rooney, and then berries. She bangs every damn time, every damn time. I'd just like to mention, I'm so glad it's a training day. I mentioned this briefly the other day, but I prefer training days to rest days in terms of, what do you call it? Food. Yeah, I obviously prefer training days, prefer rest days because I don't have to train. Like, although I'm enjoying training, I like that on a rest day I have to do more steps because then it gets me out a little bit more. And because I don't have to train, it means that I can usually do my steps outside, providing the weather's good. Whereas on training days, I kind of do half and half outside and then half I have to do in the gym if I'm strapped for time. So yeah, but also mainly because of food. Because on training days I get 2 lots of protein powder, 1 with my cornflakes, 1 with these berries, and that is the highlight of my day, I kid you not. I actually prefer it more than my cream of rice, and I get this same portion but with my cream of rice on a rest day. But I don't know what it is, I love this meal. I love it. I just want to be able to have unlimited protein powder. That is all I crave at the moment. I'm actually getting emotional. Yeah, I was literally thinking about post-show and I was like, you know what? I just want to have multiple bowls of protein paste in different flavours. Why am I getting so emotional? And I'm shaking. That's the hymn one though. But yeah, I just want to have multiple bowls of protein paste with berries and different flavours of dark chocolate, like salted, caramel. I saw one in the shop which was white chocolate raspberry, like had little chips of white chocolate in the dark chocolate, but obviously I can't have that. But yeah, just dreaming of that, and then I'll just like eat it all and that'll be my cheat meal. Oh, imagine. Anyway, now that that's over, I might actually have that on show day. I might take some protein powder, like 50 grams of protein powder, and then just sit there eating paste after show. Oh my god. As well as a big fat off plan, obviously, but yeah, anyway, today is a day of chores, so I probably won't see you much. Maybe if I do some posing later, but yeah, I'm just gonna eat this meal. I'm so excited. Right, lots of organising has gone down, also lots of steps. Let me just put you down. We have done 15k steps. 5 of that would have been the treadmill this morning, so that means I've done 10k just by organising. We love that. I need to take the doggo out, and then I've got cardio to do later. So as long as it's not hammering it down, I'm gonna walk to the gym, and then that will smash the last 4K. So I'll turn you around because this is all very organised and I love it so much. So, side. The bin is moved because if it is where it normally is, I can't actually open the drawers to show you. Then this is what this looks like. This had loads more stuff on it. Cleaning stuff. This is all my stationery stuff, recipe books, boards, brownie trays, some boxes, boards, gloves. This drawer is a bit temperamental because I've slammed it way too many times. Cookie cutters, I know what everything is and it has a place, but like I don't know where it is yet, so I don't actually know what I'm looking at. Yeah, stamps, cookie cutters, there we go. And then this is flowers, all trimmed. These were a mess, so they had all the stems on, which obviously makes them take up a lot more room, so I cut all the stems off so then they all fit better. Silicone molds, more upstairs, and then again badly organised. He wants to be a bit wonky. Bit aggressive there, Amy. Let's go with that. Right, tins. And then the bin goes there. Oh, and then here I have colourings, flavourings. So yes, all very organised. I have this small amount of stuff here which I need to sort out, but apart from that, we're Gucci. And I also did a load of washing up. Washed all my containers. So yes, very organised. Very, very organised. I'm just having a cup of tea. I've got to do a cake invoice, eat a meal, and then I need to do some tidying upstairs, like put clothes away and stuff, but that's boring. But anyway, very, very good day. If you need to get some steps in, just reorganise your whole house and you'll be away. Don't, honestly don't. I am actually really proud of this pyjama set. I friggin' love it. I love it so much, it's made my day. This is from Primark, and then I have slides on. Don't worry, the toes are freshly pedicured. I'm off to bed now. It is 10:15. I'm knackered, and obviously I want to get up at least at 6 AM. So yeah, but Cleo will probably wake me up at 5:30 to be fed, so probably get up then because I want to be at the gym at 6:30 to do cardio.